It's Malaka time, motherfuckers, and today I'm bringing you an actual 4v4. I know I don't do casts enough on 4v4. I've kind of differed away from 4v4 just because a lot of it are clusterfucks and usually extreme noobitis is suffered from it. Though I personally do like 4v4 because I like the large scale battles and shit everywhere and all that all that stuff. But today I have a 4v4 from covettofheroes2.org, and something about these allies are in like rank some kind of higher rank in whatever the fuck. There you go. There's the Rommel gist of it. Oh god, so misinformed. But anyways, we're gonna go through all the names here. So we have two Russians. We have Mr. Karlov, and we have Drevris, or however you want to pronounce it. Yat, and Dima. Did I get everyone? Yes, I believe I did, unless two Russians, this guy, and this guy. Yeah. So we got the Nazis. Oh my god. So we actually have two OKW and two Vamok, which is actually nicely balanced. We have Von, we have SOE, Strum Panther, we have Crossfire, and we have Yope. So of course it's on General Mud. I fucking hate this map. Key points on this map to look at are about here. Controlling the church is pretty key. And kind of controlling this flank too. This fuel point is a way to get to. The middle is usually becomes a circle jerk later on. But a lot of these this is a really good area to hold up in, and the Brit would actually be really good to settle down here, maybe with a mortar pit or something like that. But of course these are good for MGs, though very easy targets for support guns. In the middle, again, controlling these couple buildings over here. The middle's not really fought over. The left is a very big flanking maneuver, and bunkers and MGs can rule over here, of course, with light armored cars and blah 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 blah. There's not much to say around here except trying to strategically place your MGs and so forth to combat this area is pretty much how it goes. So you are going to see the American defending over here. The engineers are flanking and some Sturm Pioneers are pushing up. So a really hard double push here in the middle with some Grenadiers, MGs, and Volk moving up. No one really moving over to the right, which is kind of weird. Sturm Pioneer moving in. Maximum going to put some suppressing fire down, but I think is going to get in the building to avoid taking too many casualties, which yes, he's going to. Yeah, this guy's just going to move up here. The double Russians over here are going to take this, and it looks like everyone else is going to move over to the left and mid. So yeah, this is a really strong push here, which I guess can be very good. Just because you could cut into here, you have control of this building, which controls pretty much everything right here, and then you could flank into here. Now this yellow guy, which is the actual Brit guy, is maneuvering into the left, which I knew he was positioned in the left, and it would have taken him too long to get to the right, but I've just seen so many Brits, take that right. But with the left, he was able to push back with the Bren. The Vamok guy can't really do much because he just MG spammed, which is, again, kind of bad. Unless he's going for a mass spam with butt buddies that he could coordinate with, then yeah, sure, but overall, getting a lot of MGs is bad, especially in this type of area because MG can only face one way and there's a whole bunch of flanking opportunities. So it's always good to pair one MG and a couple Grenadiers and then get a mortar or something like this. But yeah, this guy's going to be completely outflanked. We do have a Vickers here watching this area as well because this is the flank here, and the Bren is coming around the bush to do all that shit. Ambulance, a very aggressive ambulance here. He's going to try and reinforce on the spot, but I don't believe he's going to do it. He really does need to pull away here and avoid casualties, or at least pull back his men this way and keep reinforcing or take cover over here because he's just standing out in the open duking it out. He had to retreat one squad. The Grenadiers retreating, so he is going to win, but at a kind of a BS cost. Did get a wipe on the engineers there. Though we do have a flank here from an MG42, and the Volk were flanking, though the Bren did back up and the Vickers did retreat. Too bad he didn't maneuver the Vickers a little bit better. But yeah, so that was easy, not easily, but repelled nonetheless. We do have an American mortar over here dealing with that. MG right there, trying to secure that flank, or at least from protecting, trying to get that early munitions as much as possible. So we do see two MGs coming over here. The Volk are just sitting in there, trying to cover a flank, but it isn't going to work, and that MG could possibly die here. He looks like he's focusing it, I think, or trying to tell him, the guys, to focus it, but it looks like he won't be enough damage. So over here, The Axis are in the defensive a little bit. This blue guy is screening, I feel like, the right flank. And this guy just planted MG over here, just watching this flank. And we got some more MGs up here. He's not really doing much. He's got a mortar pushing over here into the munitions with some conscripts. Going to plant some mines as well. We just have MGs just up in here guarding every which way and point, which I guess is good because if you try to come this way, you got mud. You're going to be suppressed by MGs, so you're kind of forced to go the long way around. But a lot of the stuff is kind of over here because you could see orange and pink. The red guy's over there, but yeah, this guy's over here. Yeah, he's the one who got the medical HQ. Not sure about the medical HQ. It is a 4v4, so I can't use 2v2 logic here. The placement is rather okay. It's a little bit risky just because... I don't know if it's risky. I think it's okay. Maybe being right here would have been better because it would have been line-of-sighted. Or placed back here. A little bit more line-of-sighted as well. But yeah. So armored car here to counter the Bren. He's going to go double armored car, which can work on this map if it's, well, just because it's a very open map and it's a 4v4. We do see a Boffer coming in now, so those armored cars are going to be ripped to shreds if they pass through too far. So Americans pulling back. I'm not sure what they're doing. Maybe they want to take this, but we do have this MG here, and nicely facing it this way. This MG facing the opposite direction. Too bad it doesn't face... Yeah, oh yeah, he's trying to face it this way. Because his conscript's able to decap until he's about to be suppressed, unfortunately. We do have the mortar coming up as well. Love how he has his mortar out in the middle of nowhere, but he should bring it a little bit closer over here so his MG can cover and avoid a grenade. We do see a... don't know what this is. A recon? I assume so. I very much assume. And right now they're trying to push through this left side over here, trying to move up, reinforce that right flank on that munitions. Rear echelon spotting a whole bunch. The Boffer going to be able to push away the armored car very easily, and there goes the armored car, and there's about goes the half track. There it goes. That Boffer was already fucking worth it. Boffer was already worth it. One armored car and a flame half track, and that's a lot of munitions to waste early game because you could be upgrading your grenadiers. And actually from that armored car, there goes the recon. But could be upgrading your grenadiers and such with LMGs to work better on this map, or if you went the Doctrine G43s, which wouldn't be half bad at this point. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Rifleman gonna try and move up here. Hopefully can get it to some kind of light cover magically. I don't know. No. Yeah, he's gonna retreat. Could possibly kill here if he actually moved up maybe a little bit. But yeah, we do have another Bren here. The Bren is the command vehicle, so that was from the command vehicle. Yeah, usually when you go this doctrine, I forget what it's actually called. I'm actually going to have to look at it. Who am I looking at? Dima. Tactical Support Regiment. You always want to put the designated command vehicle a Bren or something. You really don't want to put it as anything else because if it's a Churchill or a Comet, it's just going to be too slow and not worth it. So it's not much the Germans can do right now against this Boffer. I think one of them probably should have gotten mortar half track or some kind of mortar to get rid of it, but yeah. Over here on the right, the Russians are pretty much holding their own right now. Mr. Karloff is really holding over here. He did go great big bullshit mortar of doom. He has 3 MGs, and he went some guards to counter light vehicles, which is good. But this guy did go medical HQ and did get a support gun, but a lot of his units are retreating right now back to base. We do have an MG capping up this extra territory. So overall, he has this down. I mean, he can't. The only thing he can do right now is try to flank, and support gun everything, and incendiary grenade everything. That's about all he can do to try and push into here. He just has to divert, you know, one fake Volk, and then the rest Volk come over here, you know, try and push out and get into that VP. He just has to be careful about the MGs. Guards are going to take that up. And the green guy is definitely going to secure this middle for himself. There's no MGs in any of these buildings. He eradicated them, at least I think. It doesn't have a Molotov, though. Probably could have used his AT, but it looks like it does have 1 kill. He did have a mortar, though. But we do see a mortar pit being built back here, so it's probably going to be used to defend this area. I do think it's a little bit far back, to be honest, but I'm not sure how far. I forget the ranges. So there goes the recon once again. The Boffer is just being bombarded. Of course, there's no point in trying to attack the Boffer. Just use a mortars, support guns, and just destroy it like this. There's no other point to do it. If you could attempt to mass charge it from different angles and just throw a whole bunch in its in area and retreat, but that's pretty costly, depending upon how many kills it actually gets. But it's unfortunate that this will die. He already tried to use fortified, and yeah, there is going to go the left flank, but the right flank is completely taken because it's pretty much a double team by this green guy. Well, this green guy and this turquoise guy pushed up, but the turquoise guy is really covering the green guy's flank, and the green guy is just covering all of this. And he at least is trying to. He's trying to 1v1 here. We do have a Kubo and Sturmpeine over here, some Volk with STGs, the support gun, just one support gun, trying to fire away at this church, and pushed away the MG. MG being very smart and pushing back. Probably should get a great big bullshit mortar of doom and place it back here. Could be good. He did also did a nice OP all the way over here for that extra fuel. Yeah, armored cars are going to push up, but of course guards should be able to help counter it a little bit. Right now the armored car is trying to get in back of the MG, but the MG is going to set up. Yeah, he needs some more guards to counter this light armored car and just light vehicles altogether. And there goes the Kubel. So at least he doesn't have to worry about being capped from behind. The yellow guy's streaming in over here. And it looks like he did a retreat. He does have double riflemen over here as well. He has quite a bit of munitions, which actually makes me very, very disappointed in him. With these many so he has 3 riflemen, and he has a captain, so his major should be set up right now. A major setup right here wouldn't be too half bad. He would need an MG placed right here to guard. These troops should be upgraded with bars, and the captain should be a bazooka, and also the rear echelon should be upgraded with a bazooka, and he should be walking around raping stuff. Now, of course, you could probably put the rear echelon for some bars. I think he may have had a wire cutters or something, but he really needs to upgrade them to give them more effectiveness. Now, I'm not sure if he's saving up for a Jackson or not. He was saving up for a Sherman. Would a Sherman be good here? Well, the Axis don't have any kind of armor. They barely have any anti-armor. So I guess the Sherman would have been the better call here than maybe an LMG weapon pack. But I would have gone the LMG anyways, in my opinion. Because the Sherman can be Panzerfausted and overextended, and you got too much big dick syndrome because you have a tank. I actually really do like the Sherman. Like, I hate the Sherman because it's a piece of shit, but I just like it. It's sort of like the Churchill. I just love the design of the Churchill, but I don't really like the tank all that much. So he did set up his major. He does have at least one AT in the back line, which is going to be pretty good. So Sherman's going to come up here, almost wreck that entire Sturmpeine squad. And unfortunately, he destroyed that cover, which is good, but he's going to chase his Sturmpeine. Very, very nice. As you can see, though, he didn't actually overextend, which I'm very glad he didn't. But sadly, he couldn't kill the Sturmpeine. He probably could have killed that MG that was right there. But he's definitely going to back away. Very, very nice. We do actually see a Comet, too. So at least they have 2 medium tanks. And there goes a mine. And that's what we're talking about here. Very nice smoke. And that miss. That fucking miss. That was probably the quickest smoke I have ever seen anyone use coming out of a Sherman. That was legit. That was very legit. So Rifleman here to come up buff. The Comet's actually coming up too in case something wants to destroy the Sherman. But this guy's going to be fine. He's going to repair it just fine. The one thing that needs to happen is these support guns need to happen. Some nice barbed wire here and some sandbags for cover. Definitely need to push up into there. Very nice MG placement over here. Completely, not over here, just completely on the side. But it probably would have been better from this angle because you would have gotten some of this as well. But it's okay. Could have forced the Brit player away. The Comet's not going to be able to do anything except poke. It actually is about to get Panzerfausted, which it should have watched out for. That's what I was about to say. It shouldn't move up so far up. And it looks like this AT, there goes the Comet pretty much. If these Panzerfaust should take care of it if he gets close enough. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, he did. So that was unfortunate. That was really overextended. He probably should have seen that pack maybe would have still been around there, or would have thought that, the pack could be still around because the Sherman didn't deal with it. But the Sherman did get back in and back up a little bit. It's unfortunate that the comment got wasted, but it's whatever. It is definitely whatever. So over here, let's take a look at the mid here. The yellow guy, which I kind of clicked on. Well, actually, no, is this the guy? He actually is. Oh, it's the Brit player. Yeah, the yellow guy's the American guy. Over here on the right, there is some push. A very light one, a couple volts. We do have an act. Look at that early 85. Look at that early 85. That's how fast you can get an 85 out, folks, even though this is a 4v4. And just one early OP. But still in all, especially in 4v4, you need to get those tanks out ASAP and get that advantage going. But of course, he's definitely trying to be careful with that 85 and not get Panzerfausted, which is good. But overall, the Allies have maintained their superiority once again. Just controlling this whole middle section. This guy is clumped up over here. His Shvia placed in a very defensive location. You can see we've already been, well, they have been already been peppered with artillery. Unless it's by Great Big Bullshit Mortar of Doom, and there goes the mortar. Over here on the left, though, it seems to where all the action seems to be and the majority of the forces are. At least I feel like. We do see a Panzerwerfer, and look at that, 14 minutes with that Panzerwerfer. Where did the Panzerwerfer go? I don't know, but this would be a prime target. He did go the Elephant Doctrine. Elephant is meh. I'm always a little bit sketchy about elephants and Yag Tigers. You have to support them for them to be good. And a lot of people don't do that, and it's really hard to do it as well because you could just be flanked or not know, and you really have to be careful about them. But the scope should definitely help on this map since it is a large map. He finally got the LMGs for his rifleman, which is going to be fucking great. His captain, oh, he's using the work order thing. Oh, okay, I see. That's why he's doing it. He's using that. Sooner or later, that will become kind of useless, and he could use the extra bazooka, but probably that will be late game when he decides to change it. But for right now, it was pretty good. He got that Sherman out because of it really fast. I was wondering where his captain was all this time. Kind of a bad idea. Well, not bad idea, but kind of sucks that he decided to move at that key point. But it looks like that Sherman will be able to maybe kill that pack. No, but nice smoke. I like that. Maybe, did he see the other pack coming up? I'm not entirely sure. I won't be able to really see because, yeah, the smoke. But that was a nice smoke behind it. Oh, just in case he backed up into the smoke, he couldn't see the Sherman. I'm not sure. Random shot. Are you going forward? Well, this is a bad idea. There's a pack shooting at you. 3 fucking misses. Holy shit. Dude, this Sherman's being super ballsy right now. 12 kills on that son of a bitch. Paquetin taking a frontal shot. We do have an actual mortar being built here. Kind of a bad place for a mortar. It's a good place because it's up front. It's bad because this line is kind of fumbling a little bit. Oh, we do see a Boffer here. Okay. So we do see a Boffer and a mortar. Some infantry supporting. Yeah, there's not much the Sherman's going to be able to do except trying to poke. And we do see a Shvia over here, which is a good spot. It's controlling the fuel, which is what they definitely need. So the yellow guy is really trying to push into this flank here, trying to avoid the church, dealing with that, and just really trying to go for that fuel, which is what he should be doing. We do see a Panther coming out by crossfire right now, which is good. Definitely going to help. The Panzerwerfer is also definitely going to help. We do see a Panther coming out from Sturmpanther. The Panzerwerfer should be reserved for American Blob, the American Rifleman. It is probably the most deadly infantry right now on the Allied side because it's just Blob and it has LMGs. The Brit guy really doesn't have much. Sherman should definitely be careful. He's actually getting a nice Jackson now. Kind of right in tune with attacking a Panther as well. Oh, that fucking missed shot. That's so bullshit. Oh, God, infuriating. Of course, the Panther is coming in now. Some smoke is coming down just as well. He's fucked. Come on. You could have gotten a Panzerfaust by this point. Gonna create some room here. And to take a rifle grenade on him? No, it doesn't have the munitions. Yeah, he does. Oh, yeah, he does. Oh, yeah, because that guy was just vet one. Yeah, no point in pursuing. Just back up, cap that point, and let the Sherman do its course. But he is being attacked here on the left flank. The Boffer was nicely destroyed. So this is called team coordination. You now have a whole bunch of anti-tank MGs, and you have some Volk for actual infantry. But you do have the double support gun back here combined with the one mortar to kill the just automatically killing off these emplacements because of this Brit over here. The Brit's going to have a really hard time dealing with this. And he doesn't have much really in anything. He does have a whole bunch of fuel. He did use more artillery cover, which is going to be good in this sector. But overall, though, yeah. Still has the Bren with that, should be using that, yeah, he is. Okay, good. Lol. Gay. So over here, Yop is still... So he did go Command Panther. He does have a Jagdpanzer over here watching this middle point. Could use some flares again. And wow, that plane though. Almost killing that Volk. Yeah. So right now, Yop pretty much has no hope. I mean, he really needs to deal with this 85 and push into this right flank, or at least try to. Maybe he's trying to defend this part right here, and then trying to have his ally come over here and take the middle point, since the other part of the Axis has the left flank, which would be the right decision, I think. Is he trying to destroy the building? I believe this. I don't know. The reason I say that is because they'll be close together, but then the right flank is exposed, but something needs to happen with that. So they may designate some tanks maybe to that right flank. Yeah, we do have the Jagdpanzer here, and that fail 85. Now, unfortunately, this guy's going to need some more 85s. He did get an SU to kind of spot here. But yeah. In my opinion, I probably would have gotten more 85s for mass swarming, because that's just my opinion, but the 85 is going to be good for one reason and one reason only. Not only do we have Panthers now, but he would be able to attempt to snipe these buildings pretty much. And that's why he got a Katusha as well, to snipe those buildings and put pressure on that infantry to, of course, relieve pressure off of him on the right flank. So you can see that SU and 76 backing up. We have some guards for extra poking damage, which is going to be good. And we do see a marked vehicle did come out for the extra recon. Over here we do have the Sherman and Jackson riflemen trying to move up. Panther poking away, and an MG is watching this hole right here. He did go... This is weird. Why did he go this doctrine? Again, I forget the names of a lot of these doctrines, but I know what they are. The Arty gun wouldn't be that great. The Command Panther would be lackluster. The smoke bomb will be pretty good. The mechanized grenadier, not so much. At least I don't think so. So it's kind of interesting that he went this doctrine. So we do see a Comet tank. Oh, the other one was a Cromwell. I'm sorry, I made that. Probably already a whole bunch of people complained already that it's not a Comet. It's a Cromwell. The other one, but this is the Comet. I'm sorry. Has a lot of munitions. He is trying to use artillery cover as much as possible. This Panther should be supported by infantry, but I think he's trying to YOLO. YOLOing may... Oh, yeah, YOLOing is going to fuck him in the asshole really good. Yeah, not worth it, bro. Very nice response there, but that was a really stupid maneuver. That was a complete waste of a Panther. He should have equally supported that, and AT now punching away at this Panther, causing him to go back. So the American guy did go Priest. He's most likely going to get some Priest. He really needs to get some infantry again. Infantry is lifeblood. And really right now, I feel like the Allies need to stop pushing here, and they really need to push into here. I mean, the Shvia's only back here. The Shvia doesn't cover... Actually, it does, but still. They can easily do it and try to push into here. But this American guy really needs to get up his infantry and not let that die down. They really do need that infantry. And that's one thing I feel like a lot of people do forget about 4v4s and 3v3s, well, in any game in general, that they feel like this transition happens between lots of infantry, then less infantry, then tanks, only tanks, and that's not how it works. A couple of mines here would actually be really good to cover that flank. This Jackson, what are you doing, bro? Oh my god. I feel like that was a huge mistake. Like, not of course it was a mistake because it got killed, but I'm saying that he didn't mean to do that on purpose. Oh, that was some fail. So turquoise guy holding up in the middle. We do have still this 3-inch mortar placement. We still have the recon. We do have the Jackson and Sherman up in here. So he did save, of course, for the priest. The priest is going to target this area or the Shvia. He is going to target the Shvia. Is this guy going to suicide his Panther? Definitely not worth it, and especially putting it that far up, it's not worth it a little bit. A lot of this stuff is very undefended. Actually, it is defended. It just needs a good flank. And that's what kind of these guys need to do, is do a flank, I feel like. Though, just to make him switch, or a pincer move. Pincer move would be pretty good as well. Though I don't know how random everyone is here. So right now, Axis with a Panther in the middle. Jagdpanzer watching the middle as well. This yellow guy, well, this other Yope, he did get off a Command Panther, very lost on infantry at the moment. He definitely is going to need that infantry. I feel like that's a little bit of his weak point, even though he's suffering from a couple barrages, but I do feel like he does need infantry to counter these guards, so his Panther is able to move up. And he is going to need to combine his Panther and his Jagdpanzer to counter the 85 and the 78. 78? 85. Both 85s. No, yeah, both 85s, lol. And that's why I believe that needs to happen. Now this guy has 2 85s and one just came off, but he does have 2 Katyushas, and he's using them in the middle, it looks like. Actually in the VP area. SU for scouting, guards for the capping. I still wish that the mortar emplacement was a little bit farther up to at least be a little bit more good. But right now though, the left is holding. There is, you can just see, look on the map, there's a big presence, but there's not much pushing power. There's not much infantry, there's only a couple tanks. And some artillery covers doing that blind, which is also very, very good. That's why I discovered it in the one replay I did cast. It was just very, very good. So right now, if we just take a look at the map, if it ever fucking loads, there we go. So right now, basically, the Allies are trying to just control this and just kind of skirmish this. That's why they haven't been really pushing in here, which makes sense. I would still attempt to push in here and put pressure here, but that's it. But they're trying to control this, and they're trying to control this VP, which makes sense because, again, they're one front, not, you know, here and here and then this giant hole, which makes complete sense. So infantry section did try to push up here, but he did realize, though, it's not really that much defended, and that's kind of the point. All you have is the Shvia there and a couple MGs and ATs. Well, actually, it's a lot of ATs. 2. Well, 3 combining with the Panther. It's going to be an infantry war in here. Panzerwerfer. Is it a double Panzerwerfer or just one? It is a double. Use double. Double Panzerwerfer, and just to take out that MG, which was kind of a waste a little bit, but I would probably target this mortar back here or something. There's really not much for a target, and I feel like they lack recon. I mean, he does have a recon here, so he should be targeting, trying to get into this area and constantly barrage to come in on that flank. That's what the Axis need to do. The Axis need to really... And of course, a good way for the Axis really need to come through here and then push at least a little bit out here. If they could come in here and destroy it and just do that, it would be great. That's what the Axis really needs to do. And probably they're waiting for the King Tiger to make that move. We do see an elephant, which will increase their poking power tremendously, but that elephant needs to be taken care of very much so. So triple Panther over here on the right is going to push away the SU. That long shot was ridiculous. That was a really good shot. This 85 looks like it is going to have trouble trying to back up into the mud, which it's not going to get away. It's going to fall. I'm pretty sure. Oh, double. What? Was that really a double mine? What the fuck? That was a pretty gay place for a mine, but it worked. But I think this Panther should be able... Oh, fail. Very nice button over here, and that 85 barely makes it out alive if it wasn't for either that double mine or whatever the fuck that was. Lucky as fuck. Some smoke for cover. That Panther barely makes it out. All these Panthers barely make it out. And I'm very surprised that nothing's yet. Oh, another 85 going to come in trying to deal the last couple shots. You're trying to kill that Command Panther. Does able to knock it out. And this dude's stunned, trying to get into that flank, but he is stunned as well. There goes main gun destroyed, and he was able to destroy it with what? What was he able to destroy it with? So both of them went the same doctrine. The American guy didn't use time on target. I guess artillery cover. Artillery cover was the thing that helped kill it. So the 85 was able to attempt to knock out both Panthers, and that was very critical. That double mine saved the day, and this guy barely walking out of there alive. That was a complete blow, and I think that may have just turned the game. I mean, we do have this Panther and Elephant. Is Elephant over here? Elephant's over here. Yeah, it renders them completely... Again, this is why also you support your tanks with infantry. Not sure how infantry would have helped. The Panzerfaust definitely would have helped. But these mines or wherever the fuck that was good. That was very good. And there's nothing much Sturm Panther has left in the tank in terms of resources. There's not much the Elephant can do. And that's the kind of reason why I don't like the Elephant, because now in this situation, it is a heavy tank. It can do something, but there's no infantry to push. There's no tank to push back, except this SU that's going to be over here. But still, there's no like grand maneuver, grand flanking, and a combination of sorts. That's why I'm not really a fan of it. Though the constant barraging did destroy the Schwier, this medical HQ is trying to be repaired, but Yop pretty much has nothing in the tank left in terms of resources. He does have quite a bit of fuel a little bit, but he does definitely not going to have that manpower. I'm thinking he's just waiting for that manpower to get that King target, but it is going to be a minute or two before he does get that. Now the Comet is trying to push in here, but he's just going... This should be aborted immediately, but he was just going to die anyways. If he could actually backed up into here and then came around. But that was pretty shit. That Comet wouldn't be able to take this on, I don't think. Maybe if it ran circles around it, sure, but I mean it's so up into here. The base is right here. And one Panther did survive, so it was kind of fail to attempt to sacrifice that. So now this Panther is trying to push up with this SU, but it missed its both shots, and another Comet now coming up. Maybe if he did a double Comet, he probably would have been a lot more successful in trying to take out this, along with bringing up the SU. That probably would have been a way better play. And we do have an 85 here, just sweeping across. Since the double Panthers were destroyed over here on the right, there's really not much that could happen here. The Comet is pushing away. The Comet should be able to kill the Panther if it actually pursues. The Elephant, I'm assuming, did die. And there goes, engine destroyed, but it is whirled, so now he's just going to sit here and try to get one shot off, and there it goes, it is destroyed. The Elephant was gang raped by the 85s, and that's what I'm talking about, though. Like, that's why I don't like slow tanks, because you could just be just one outmaneuver and you're just fucked, as long as you're not guarding it. And that's why I don't like the Elephant or the Yag Tiger. I mean, sure, it does have its place, but its place is situational, and I always like things that are always good in all situations. Alright, this Comet's going to back up a little bit. And there goes the Panther. Very nice artillery cover, I do believe. Very nice artillery cover. The Comet needs to back the fuck out of there ASAP. This Panther's probably going to kill it. Run, bitch. Ah, no, it's dead. The Panzerfaust is going to come out, and I'm assuming so. No smoke? Is he really going to back out of here? Oh, the 85s could maybe try and guard. Go 85, go. Wow, that Comet. And that teamwork too a little bit. Actually, the 85 could potentially... No. Yes, infantry can't follow. Panzerfaust coming in. Basically going to fail, not doing any damage at all. The Jacksons, however, are going to come in and wipe out that Panther. Very nice coming in here and trying to do that, just walking past everything. And that's pretty much GG, I assume. Allies doing a really good job in just coming in here. Yeah, pretty much losing those double Panthers on the right was just it was just shitty. That's what cost them the game. They had to be able to have that mobility and anti-armor. is just, yeah. And now, of course, destroying the rest of the buildings. The middle and right flank fall. The left guy, on the other hand, what has this guy been up to? I haven't really paying attention. A whole bunch of manpower and a whole bunch of fuel, and he went one hell of a shitty fucking doctrine. The Sturm Tiger is stupid. He probably should have built up another supply half-track and could have gotten a King Tiger. I'm not sure what kind of tanks he's been losing since I haven't been paying attention to who's been losing what. But with that much manpower and resources, he could have bought a couple more Panthers if he so chooses, or killed something. What he probably could have killed, I don't even know. What could he have killed to get rid of that? I'm not sure. But he did hold his front. His allies really did need to hold the middle or something of that sort, which probably, again, would have been the best ideal situation for the Axis. And the best ideal situation for the Allies was to control the right and the middle, so then the middle would have been the fight status. But that's pretty much it. Allies did a pretty good job. I like the way the Allies played so far. Of course, everyone makes mistakes. The Axis, on the other hand, I feel like infantry, instead of spamming MGs, rematch after this game. Which one are you? Yeah, which one are you? I'm trying to... Are you this douchebag? Oh, you're this guy who went this... Why did you go this doctrine? I just want to know. Why? The smoke is pretty good. But other than that, there's nothing else the smoke can provide. I believe there are some other better Wehrmacht doctrines out there that could have definitely helped you out instead of this one. This one is pretty... Goddamn Mech Assault could have helped you out fucking more than... that. And Mech Assault would be horrible on this map. Would have been horrible. But overall, a pretty good 4v4. Some clusterfuck here and there, but overall, I really enjoyed it. I very, very much enjoyed it. That's going to pretty much be the end. I'm going to fast forward here a little bit, just because they're going to back away and repair and all of that, and it's just, yeah, it's just GG. GG at that point. Comet, just being a Comet, doing Comet things. Artillery cover, going to kill that, and along with the Comet with its last shot. Actually, a Luftwaffe supply person would, like a Luftwaffe, no, not Luftwaffe, close air support would actually have been really good on this map, I think. If they would have been able to control the munitions and supply. Just nothing but you'd be able to level buildings really easy, constant recon over and over and over. Even Luftwaffe supply, if you're able to control the fuel, you could have, especially if you would have butt-buddied with a OKW guy, and since the way this match went, you probably could have dropped a shit ton of fuel, one Wehrmacht guy here, and had an OKW guy just rush for a King Tiger, and then you would have been golden to push into this left flank and pincer move the middle, but it's whatever. Overall, I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.